Treason? Really? Let me absorb this for a second. Treason. That's a new one. Okay. I guess I'll wait for a couple of people to show up. No, I'm not going to do a long show here. This might be one of my last, actually. Unless I got something humongous to announce. This might be my last. Time will tell, won't it? Oh, hi, Barry. I'm sure you're the first one in here. No. Popeye, usually the first one in here. Take him away from his bingo or his soap operas. Hello. Meep. It went out for a spin today. They're not the best vehicles in the world, but it gets you around. You're not going to go like a speed demon. That's not the purpose. Comes in handy, though. I must admit that. Okay, so... Hey, Bob Mello, what's up, man? Okay, so, his finality show, he says that everybody's committing treason and they should be hung if they leave the United States to live in a different country. And an anecdote to that is that, well, these people who don't like Trump, that they're committing treason. Listen to that. They're committing treason. Everybody has a reason to live, to leave United States. A girl, cheaper living, let your Social Security check. So in other words, all these people are committing treason because they decided to leave the United States. The Turtle Man. Is it the Turtle Man? So that means he's guilty of treason because he left the United States. How about that? Treason? Okay. We heard it. Well, we know why he's getting off YouTube. He'll be back on. Believe me, the longer he stays where he's at, he will find an excuse to come back on. Hey, I've done it myself many times. I know it's the same thing with him. Although it's getting to a point where I'm actually going to mean it. Now, I guess after this show, I guess my whole idea is to take a breather. Rather than saying I'm getting off permanently, I'm going to take a breather. That I think I will. And the only reason I think I need to come on here is if I have any special announcement that I want to make pertaining to anything that I feel is rather interesting. Let's put it that way. I'll be there. Hello, Jerry. Can't be mod. Yo, can I be mod? I don't know who the fuck you are. Moderator of a show that's really maybe not going to exist anymore. I think we all need to get off this fucking thing and go on with our fucking lives. And that means a lot of people. No, I just got back. Take care of a few things. Wanna be an American, da-da-da-da-da-da. The union label, the union label. Oh, now it's Chinese labels. Look, I was born in America. Doesn't mean I hate America. Doesn't mean that at all. I'm just saying in my own words, America has changed too much. Am I a flag-waving American? No, I'm not a flag-waving American. Not at all. It's changed too much. I don't blame people for leaving. I haven't done a YouTube video live stream in 3 months, so you're better off. The future is bright, says Monster 9. It can be. Hey man, I'm just living day by day. I take each day at a time. That's all I do. Okay? If there's any adversity, I handle the adversity. Like anybody else would. He has a lot of hopes up, but things may not turn out the way he wants. Time will tell. That's for damn sure. I could handle any situation that comes my way. Turn lemons into lemonade. I have the ability to do that. Unlike him, you have to accept certain things in life that maybe you don't have any control of. If you have control of it, of course, take the reins and take control. If you don't have any control or any say in a matter, and what is he saying about, oh, fucking Popeye, of course. Once you get, got a listing with the immigration, it's all over. You're getting deported. You don't know that. I don't know that. If I don't know that, you don't know that. The expert on Philippines law, Popeye, Robert Clausen. Fuck off, The only people left in America are the ones that can't afford to leave. You got a point, Jerry. You got a point. It's not the same. When I grew up, I had no problem in America. I still wouldn't, wave the flag, but I had no, in God we trust. Who are we? Who's we? How could the government speak out for everybody? In God we trust. They put that on the fucking dollar bill, In God we trust. Who is we exactly? How can they speak for everybody? You have the right to be religious? Absolutely. You have the right to not believe either. I remember my daughter, she was in elementary school. And she was adamant against, they'd start the class off by putting their hand on their heart and do the Pledge of Allegiance to America. She didn't want to do it, so they threatened to put her in detention. I got my ass over there. I believe, if my memory's correct, I think I go to the school. I think I went to the school and I talked to them. It's another form of brainwashing. That's what it is. It's brainwashing. Become part of the cattle. I've never been part of the cattle, and I never will be till the day I die. So, if you want to be the cattle, you be the cattle of society. But no one ever forced me to put my hand over my heart and say, this pledge of allegiance. No, I never done that actually. And nor did my daughter. And you can't make somebody do that either and then threaten them with, oh, you're going to get detention, whatever. Where you going?
No, I'm just checking it.
Huh?
Just
Oh,
checking it.
what is that? Oh, your hairband.
Yeah.
What do you got to use that for?
Cookery and artillery.
What,
And our technology.
oh, when you go to school?
Yeah, this is our cookery lesson.
Oh, okay. So you don't get hair on the food. Okay,
Yeah, so-
gotcha.
yeah.
Are you leaving now?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay. All right.
Ah.
Yeah, I mean, I've always thought that was wrong. And if you're president of the United States, you got to speak about God. That's the only way you're going to get your voters. Because there's a large, very large religious faction in there, very large. So if you speak about religion, oh, they're going to love you for that. And then Trump knew that. The guy's reasonably intelligent. He knew that. Now he's hanging around Elon Musk a lot, two billionaires, kissing each other's ass. I think Elon's going to wind up running for president one day. Don't be surprised. Nah, I don't think Elon wants to get involved with that. He's got a lot of projects. Now, I'm not saying that anything Elon does is bad. If he can be creative to bring the country forward, I've just no problem with that. I think he's a cocky motherfucker, though. Money can make you cocky. And he's a cocky, straightforward. It's good that he's straightforward. I like that part. But he could be awfully cocky. Proud to be an American. Do. As I said, man, I got nothing against America except it would not be my choice to live there unless I have to. And if I did, doesn't mean I'm waving any fucking flags for anyone. I told you, I make the best out of any situation in my life, and I always have. Now we have a dictator for president. You're going to have a dictator. It's exactly what he is. He's a dictator. I can't vote from here. Although Cornhead says that he voted for the president, but how the fuck did he vote for the president when he can't do that on his computer? They weren't allowing internet voting, to my understanding. There was no internet voting, but he voted for the president. How did he pull off that magical feat? Mazda 9, addressing Philippines and beyond. Cough, cough. Some of us are doing well enough now with our Filipinos have settled into a great life. True. Get your act together, you know. Some people are capable of that, and some people are just not. They can't make it. You just depend on the help of everybody else. Find girlfriends that are working so you don't have to work. Let them buy you cigarettes, let them buy your booze, let them buy your X Games. What a sad, sad situation that is. There you go. You look real good with that. There you go. What kind of food?
We're making our performance next week is green salad.
A green salad? You're starting off with a green salad?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's going to be like Caesar salads or anything like that? And yeah, there are different types. Yeah. I like, if it's a good Caesar, I like it. It's according to what you use, but whatever's available you use, but it's not the best taste. I like blue cheese dressing. It's kind of tart, called blue cheese. B-L-E-U cheese. I like that, the chunky kind. It can be overpowering to the palate, but if you don't use too much of it, it's okay. I don't like vinaigrette, not necessarily vinaigrette type of dressing, vinegar and all that.
Yeah, vinegar will have a taste when you mix olive oil, black
If you
pepper.
do it right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If you do it
A
right.
little bit of,
But there's different types of olive oil that you use on certain things.
yeah.
You know, virgin, extra virgin.
I mean,
right?
our olive oil is,
Extra virgin.
yeah.
You can use that.
Yeah, huh?
And the
I
reason
will-
you want to use that for frying, because it doesn't have what you call a burning point, where it turns it into, it almost changes the chemistry of the oil. Okay, some oils, they have a burning point, like the crappy oil that they use here, a lot of the calendarias, you know.
Yeah, like the daily products oil.
Yeah, they use the cheapest oil and they reuse it, and it actually becomes dangerous, actually. Besides probably, well, you probably say, well, the oil is hot, it's going to kill any bacteria. There's a lot of truth to that, but it actually changes the composition of the oil when you use it over and over again, and actually can make some cancerous type of chemistry that happens with that. Yeah. But yeah, I definitely got to get into some different salads, but I can't get my romaine here. I can only get the romaine. It's very rare that you see it here. I get romaine when I'm in Cebu every single time I go there. Every single time. I'm going to get used to more local food here, produce. I'm going to find good fresh produce. I'm going to get used to that. Shopping at S&R, it's not that they don't have a variety of foods. They kind of do, their frozen section, but I don't want to be reliant on all frozen foods other than vegetables and fruit like strawberries, blueberries, things like that. Yeah, because everything is processed. Everything is processed.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you can't have that now and then. There's no reason. I like some of my comfort foods I grew up with. I will still buy them. I'll still buy them. Yeah. Mazda 9, we've been together 30 years. She came here in
Yeah. Okay.
70. Okay. All right, so don't get me wrong. I don't hate America. I just think it's changed. That's all. It hasn't changed for the best. There's a lot more violence in the streets, and drugs have become so widespread. And America is one of the biggest countries for drug usage among all countries. Tells you something right there. All right. Everybody's clamoring about the illegal immigrants. I have to agree. I do have to agree. Illegal immigrants are not the thing that you would want in the United States for various reasons. However, historically, for voting purposes, presidents have let, and Trump did it, people in at voting time. They said, if you vote for me, I'll let you come in the country and stay. We'll set you up, get your food stamps, whatever you need. That's common. This is not new news. Now you got to understand that immigrants built the United States. The ones that came in here legally, you can't knock them at all. Yeah, the illegal immigrants that come in the U.S., I can understand. They're taking people's jobs. They're taking over towns, for God's sakes. I've heard that story too. Taking over whole towns. I hope Trump actually does something. Do something. Do something. I hope he does get rid of illegal immigrants. But I think, if anything, they should give them a choice to go ahead and become legal. Do whatever it is to become legal. Give them a chance. America was built by immigrants. My grandfather came into the country as an immigrant from Italy and started his life and had a family. He had every right to do that. Every right in the world. Jerry, I know you were an immigrant, but you came in legally. Vito, huh? Oh, Vito, funny, Jerry. I'm no Vito. I'm no greaser. I'm not a wop. Just Italian American who's familiar with New York in ways that you don't want to know. Who grew up in a family that was a very interesting family, let's put it that way. What I know would curl your hair. What I've seen would curl your hair if it was straight. Oh yeah. I know, Jerry. Vito. Or Antonio. Yeah, my uncle's still alive, man. 100 years old. Let's see, plus 4 months plus. His wife died in her late 90s. The rest of his family, there's even someone that's still alive that's approaching their 90s or so. One of his sisters, just shy of her 100th birthday, died. She was a jailer, of all things, a woman jailer. Tough old bird she was. Yeah, I've had uncles that were detectives, police officers and detectives. Yeah, we've had military, we've had police in the family, detectives. Absolutely. And to straighten something up, I'm nothing against the military. I have my own opinions about it. I don't believe, unless it's my own life I'm protecting, is killing something because the government told me to do it. I never sat down and broke bread with some enemy, in the field. They have families and children too. And most of the goddamn wars, except for the Japanese War, which it was warranted for us to go into battle with it when they bombed Pearl Harbor. We fucking nuked their asses. I could see a certain situation like that. A lot of people were killed. I believe America has the right to defend itself, absolutely. No matter what it takes. The worst thing to do is hit that nuke button. Any country. It's self-destruction is what it is. I really laugh when I hear these people say, ha ha, what climate change? Man, if you can't figure that out, there's something wrong with you. Hell yeah, there's climate change going on. Hell yeah. You have to be dumb as the day is long not to figure that one out. Proud to be an American. Da, 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 da. Proud to wear that union label. Hey, I was in the union. I was in a union. You better, but local, what was it? In Seattle, local, I don't remember the number. They didn't represent us very well. They didn't represent us at all. But yeah, I was definitely in a union. To say it. I was blue collar most of the time. I'm proud to say I was. Blue collar workers built America. They weren't wearing suits, shoveling up cement. Climate change? Don't get into a battle with me over this, dude. If you can't see what's going on in the world, more storms, more flooding, more landslides, more typhoons, Arctic ice melting. There are islands in the Pacific that are now underwater. So you ask me, what climate change? Surely you must be jesting. Shit, Florida's going to be underwater sometime. You know these little islands they got over in Florida that all the rich live on? They're really like little islets, that they build their $1 million homes on. Oh, they'll be underwater. It's going to get to the point that the only thing that's not covered with water would be the most central part of Florida. Then eventually that would be taken over. So the coastline is going to go in for miles. Makes sense. Do you know how much water comes out of melted Arctic ice? Do you have any clue? It rises the oceans, dodo birds. When the oceans rise, if you're living low level near the ocean, it's pretty elementary that's going to get flooded. It's going to be covered with water. There are islands, Pacific island chain everywhere. In Polynesia. Some people are still living on what's left on these little islands. A lot of islands, they had to leave because the water came up so much, they had no choice but to leave. Don't listen to me. Look up on National Geographic or look at one of these shows. Punch it in on Google. Find the videos. They'll show you the islands that are being covered with water that used to house thousands and thousands of people that could not live there anymore. And you're going to tell me there's no climate change? Polar caps will be gone before you know it. DT24, welcome to the really big special show today. Well, I don't know if I'll live long enough to see any of this happening. I mean, it's happening as we speak. But what happens with all countries that don't pay attention to their environment, more people get sick from pollution, more animals die, and domestic animals, or actually cattle and other animals that most carnivorous people eat. A lot of things could happen. They could die off. Look at some of these floods. Ever see on the Facebook feeds? You see cows, hundreds of cows floating down a river. I think they decided to just go for a swim. It was a raging river caused by extraordinarily heavy rains, where the ground is so saturated with water that the ground cannot contain the water, neither could the rivers anymore. They overflowed, overfull. It got so full that the water just absolutely covered cattle grounds. No, nothing like this ever happens. Hector, Trump should also get rid of welfare. Come on, you're going too far now, dude. Welfare, Medicaid, Medicare, and environmental and safety regulations. Why should they do that? Make USA more like the Philippines with no pecky laws that slows business and harass the population. Man, what bitter lemon or bitter fruit did you eat today? I believe in socialism. Look at Norway, a lot of countries, Canada, free medical care. Unlike, well, here's a good example. They'll throw you out of there if you ain't got the money to pay for an operation or be seen, or they'll keep you imprisoned. That's the one bugaboo that I don't like. You go to any American emergency room and they have to take you. They have to take you. They're going to ask you if you got insurance and all that shit. But having Medicaid, or Medicare actually, excuse me, you're retired, hey man, you paid your taxes into. You would not be getting Medicare if you didn't pay into the system. Let's be fair about this. You would not be getting it. Take advantage of it. Why not? Why the hell not? Imagine if Alabama was the last state left. Let me get into that. Okay, I'm not going to make a long one of this. I thought it'd be a lot shorter than 29 minutes, to be honest with you. But anyway, hopefully we got rid of Goober. He got scared of Jay, and maybe he woke up, and maybe his girlfriend yelled at him. Or maybe that Indian in his new cell said him scared. Oh yeah, don't forget the commissioner. The commissioner came all the way from Manila to come see him. Oh yeah. The commissioner came all to make a personal... Man, this guy's got problems, man. Commissioner don't give a rat's ass about him. The commissioner, all the way from Manila, special trip to come and see him in his cell. Yeah. Exactly. What a fucking chronic liar this guy is. Only thing, man, I hope for is to get what he's ever going to get. I hope that if he ever broke up with his current girlfriend because it needed to be, because she has no future with him at all, I hope that one day when he's free, I just feel sorry for any woman that he connects with. But in America, you gotta understand, he's not gonna be able to meet anybody. He ain't got the money to do it. Can't live on $560 a month. Not in America. Maybe in Yugoslavia, maybe, or something like that. But you're not gonna live off that much.
Okay.
What do we got here? Oh, you bought an extension deal.
Here.
Oh, okay. Wait, how long is the cord?
5 meters.
How long is the cord?
5 meters.
5 meters.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna have to move that thing probably a little closer.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You
All
can
right.
try.
Huh?
You can try it with iPad.
Well, we have to put this through the window.
Sure.
All right, guys, I'll kind of see you around. Know what I'm saying? In a minute here. Okay, unless I have really something to really talk about that I think is, tremendous or life-changing or whatever it might be. I'm just going to be a bystander like Jerry. I got to be like Jerry. Jerry likes to listen. He don't want to really do many shows. I got to be like Jerry. Everybody should be like Jerry. The shill. The commissioner came to ask what trash can to put the ashes in. Hey, what's up, Jay? I'm sorry to hear that you think I'm what you said about me. I didn't expect that from you. You hurt my feelings, man. Come on, Jay. Come on, Jay. Come on. Stop that. You know I love you. Yeah. But I really do appreciate what you did. As far as coming out and, kind of regurgitating a few syllables in regards to somebody. Hold on, we need two hands and one. Here we go. Doo-doo-doo. I gotta open this thing up. Hold on. Let's run it out there. The commissioner came to ask what trash can to put the ashes in. Yeah. Oh my God. You got him running there, Jay. I got to give you that, man. You got him running. You scared the shit out of him, man. You really did. You really did. Congrats, man. Congrats. Well, the one thing I appreciate about Jay is that he's pretty straightforward. I like that. I'd rather somebody be just straightforward than just bullshit and, regurgitate a bunch of fucking syllables that have no meaning at all. You got to say what you mean to somebody and mean what you say. Jay does that. I'll give him the kudos on that. I'll give him the credit on that. Jay does that.
Charger.
You got it in there? Look at that baby. And we got the little side guards on it for rain and stuff the other way on. Just rolls up and cool, actually. What do you guys think? Yeah, I kind of like it. I bet it puts Popeye's little mobility scooter to shame. Oh yeah, and you can put groceries under here, and it's in the back here, and it's kind of nice. We went out for a spin today, but we're actually training a kid to ride it, feel comfortable. My girlfriend hasn't ridden it yet. She knows how to drive a car, but she hasn't ridden this yet. But she'll get around to doing it. She likes to have it for her son instead of paying for a trike driver. and his son could be our driver.
Wait sabi.
Wait, wait.
Wait sabi.
And this is what the charger looks like on here. And it goes right into there. You have 4 bars on here, folks. This is how it works. 4 bars. If it gets down to 3, it's alright. You probably want to give it about. But if you expend the batteries, you have to have this on here overnight. You don't want to overcharge a battery either. There's like 3 batteries in this thing. Pretty sweet. Sweet ride. No, it's not a car, but.
Kani? Kani?
It's alright.